Grab your pillow, chill with your boy Brillo. I'm back with another video. You come across it, like and subscribe. Lock into the real. You know the deal. If you a hater, please be quiet. You don't serve a purpose, just pouring gas on a flame. And I'm that flame. With that being said, we back. Today we doing highlights. Episode 7, Season 2, Power Book 2, Ghost. Let's get started. We're going to start off by talking about Drew. Episode kicks off with Drew and Lorenzo ready to take out Keno. So Keno is in his at the crib, smashing the chick. So Drew and his pops bust in, and Drew takes the shot. And his aim is looking superb. That's one shot, one kill, headshot to Keno. Drew is out here looking like a G, handling his business in the streets. So the chick who Keno was banging lives, and Drew's talking to her, telling her, "You haven't seen nothing." But then Lorenzo goes back behind him and has my man blast old girl. Lorenzo is not for the loose ends. You're not going to be another Maria Suarez situation like in the original Power. You got to go. And Drew couldn't understand that at first, but hey, that's part of the game. Loose ends need to be tied. So all episodes, Drew, you see the progression in Drew's character. Next, we get a scene where Drew is at the school. He's chilling with Ev in the bed. Get a knock at the door. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? It's Detective Whitman. And he's still pressing. He's still on the case. He's still trying to tie this thing to Carrie. So he's asking about Drew, actually, while Drew is there. And Drew is in the closet, listening. He hears his name. And of course he hears, and this is how he finds out about the badge that came planted into Rick's dorm room. So at this time, Drew is steaming. So he at the crib, and he's at the crib watching Legends. If you don't know about that show, it's a hilarious show. Peep the show Drew was watching, and Kane just comes up and changes to UFC. So Drew, like, I was watching that. So Kane is, of course, a little salty. So Drew lets him have it. He like, "Look, man, you a rabid dog with a new boss. It's like, no wonder you could never run nothing, because you just too stupid." And Kane like, "What? You think you tough now because Poppy got you really think you running something? I did all this because of you, because of your snitching boyfriend." And this sets Drew off, and they get the tussling. And my man Drew had the ups for a minute till Kane flipped him over, and they was just wrestling a little tussling match. Nobody really threw a punch. So Poppy come in there and break it up. And he's like, "Look, you need to handle this situation if your boyfriend is about to snitch," basically. And Drew like, "No, we got it under control." And we get another scene with Drew masking up. He's following somebody. You see him following Ev. And he about to do Ev in. He got the mask on. He got the burner on him. Creeping. And then Ev luckily texts him. Talk about, "I love you." And Drew couldn't go through with it. Which is luckily he didn't, because the block is way too hot to kill another kid on Stansfield. It would have definitely probably led back to Drew. So he was about to jump out the window and do some Kane stuff. So I'm happy that he didn't go through with the hit, because that would have not been a good thing for your boy Drew. Now let's talk about everybody's favorite connect, Mecca. Episode starts off with Mecca pressing. He goes see Zeke at the park, and he tell him like, "Look, I'm your daddy. Period, point blank, period. I'm your dad." Then shows him a tattoo and tells him about his name. And I feel the cat is out the bag. Now he knows. So Zeke is ready to go. Right? He's ready to go talk to his mom. So he packing up. And then, of course, Monet comes, because Zeke missed a little meeting. So Monet comes, and she sits Zeke down, and I think, man, she about to tell him the truth. But no, Slimeball Monet, of course, continues to lie to this kid, talking about his dad is locked up for life, and they didn't want to tell him this. That was her perfect opportunity to tell the truth to Zeke, but of course, she does not. She does not tell the truth to Zeke, And she goes to see Mecca again, and they have a little conversation or whatever. Same scenario, stay away from Zeke. No, I'm not staying away from Zeke. And then she gave Mecca this little look, like, all right now, I think she's gonna kill Mecca. When you think about it, she's the only person who can get it close enough to him. He got people around every other time, and I don't see nobody else being close enough to do that. Plus, if he truly exposes her, it's no other way. There's no other way she would have to kill him. Now let's talk about, of course, we're gonna talk about Lil Ghost. Lil Ghost had a great episode. All through the episode, is trying to figure out how we're gonna get off on this. How are we gonna get off on this? So of course he's back on campus, he goes to class. Carrie is looking stupid. She try to press in the classroom a little bit. Of course, Lil Ghost got all the answers. And they're having this dinner for the honor of Professor Reynolds. They're throwing him a little dinner to honor his memory. And of course, Lauren is supposed to go to the dinner, but of course, that's the scene that we seen that they leaked where he's asking her about the drugs in her room and she didn't tell him or whatever. But Milgram is supposed to speak at this dinner. But of course, the dean doesn't want her to speak, so he tries to give her an out. He says, look, we don't think you should speak at this dinner, but Tate saves the day. Basically pressures the dean into letting her speak, only so that he can be her plus one, because he want to press Sweeney, which brings me back to Lil Ghost. So Lil Ghost we finally find out what's in that book, and what's in the book is some blackface stuff, like OJ and Nicole Simpson, Braden's dad, and Sweeney are in the picture in blackface. Sweeney is in blackface, and Braden's dad is Nicole Simpson, which is weird. Needless to say, they don't want that to get out. So Tariq doesn't so Braden is not having it. He don't want to share it. So Tariq just tells Tate, and Tate, that's when he has another great scene. He's telling Tariq, like, look, man, you locked up for double murder. I don't give a damn about your little friend. You better make this happen. But at the party, Tate plays his hands, and a lot of people think that he shouldn't have told him that. But listen, if you think about it, Braden's dad doesn't know that Tate doesn't have a picture. He just knows that Tate is threatening him, and Tate said Tate has knowledge of the picture. By just having that knowledge, he's putting his plan into play. And Sweeney's going to have to step down because he doesn't want that picture to get exposed. So Tate is going to win without even just by having the knowledge of the picture. Tate is going to win. Another win for your boy Tate. Of course, Saxe finds out. Saxe doesn't tell Tariq about Lauren, but he tells him to stay away from her, and he tells Davis McQueen about Lauren. So Lauren goes to see Tariq at his room, and Tariq is just talking to her a little bit. He didn't dog her out like it seemed like he should have, like they tried to make it in the preview. They were just talking, and of course Diana comes up, and he like, come on in. But he really wasn't tripping. Diana wasn't tripping either. And he just tell Lauren, like, look, my lawyer said I shouldn't be talking to you, which his lawyer did. So he slams the door on her. She looks a little upset, walks off. But I think maybe she was about to tell him about the rollie and all of that, so he should have kind of heard her out. But at this point, it's like, look, I'm not messing with you. My lawyer said stay away from you. That's what I'm doing. So Diana's in the room, and they're talking, catching up on things. And of course, my man Reek gets the 3 out of 3, and he finally claps Diana. So who do y'all think Tariq is going to eventually be with? Lauren, Diana, or Effie? Let me know in the comments, man. This is something we've been talking about all series. Let me know in the comments, who is Tariq going to be with? Lauren, Effie, or Diana? So Tamika's back on the scene. Tariq is at the church, and he asked to see her, and because he trusts her, And he's telling her he doesn't want his sister to go on the stand. And this is kind of showing Tamika that Tariq has good in him. So she jumps off the ledge and she tries to make a deal for Tariq. And the deal is he get 5 years. All he has to do is basically snitch on Kane because they know he didn't kill the cop. He actually has an alibi for the cop, which is when he was at the park talking to the lady that was working with Davis. I forget her name at the time, but she poured the drink on Davis during this scene. He was smashing her. He was working with him last year, the lady who helped Tariq out. But they can't put her on the stand because of her relationship with Davis, and she had to tell why she was even meeting with Tariq. So that's a conflict of interest. So they want Lil Ghost to snitch because they know he didn't kill the cop. So they're going to give him 5 years. And it sounds like a great deal. But I mean, come on, man. You know Lil Ghost not about to rat. Because he's smart enough to know if I rat, I'm not going to make it out of prison. 5 years, you really think I'm going to do 5 years and they know I'm a rat? Come on now. My sister and my grandma not going to be able to walk the streets. So they like, no. So they attempt to put Yaz on the stand with a little pre-trial. She did good at first, but she got a little tripped up. So needless to say, she's not going to go on the stand, which kind of made Tamika feel like Lil Ghost could have some good to him. Some good. And now, finally, last thing I'm going to talk about, last highlight, is the meeting between Mecca and Lorenzo. Okay, so of course, Lorenzo brings Drew to the meeting. They walk up, and it's Mecca, it's the female hitter, and it's of course Kane. So Kane is mad that he brought Drew, and they have a quick little scene back and forth where Lorenzo introduced himself. He say he's taking over Queens. He need to know. He need to meet him or whatever. So Lorenzo, he's playing him close to the vest. He tell him, look, I'm gonna give you the work. I'm gonna lend you some soldiers to take over Queens. So Lorenzo smiles and they dap up, and Lorenzo's thinking like, I got me a nice plug. But not knowing Mecca is just buttering them up. And it's gonna be interesting to find out when Lorenzo finds out the full truth, what is gonna happen. Because at this point, Renzo thinking he got him a down plug. You let me some soldiers, and then by lending those soldiers, let's talk about the soldiers for a second. So they come through gunning. Red dots out. I mean, the ops didn't even get a shot off. That's how efficient they were at murder. Came through straight murdering. So they lay the ops down. Ops don't even get a shot off. Renzo is about to take over Queens, but did he really take over Queens, or did Mecca take over Queens? See, Mecca is running the whole family, and that's his mission, to get under Monet's skin. Episode was fire. I give it an 8. A lot of people didn't like the episode. Episodes, it can't be action-packed. They did a lot of character development. Like I said, Drew's character, you see his arc. Peep how he was talking to Kane. He was sounding like a boss. He was moving like a boss. His aim is straight. Drew is going to be something to be reckoned with. Also, Diana is putting everything together. She's going to learn about Dante / Mecca. She already seen Monet is fidgety, and Monet missed a call from a dude named D. And then Zeke told her what happened to the dude name was not Dante. She already asked Tariq about D. She's going to find out what's going on. And they alluded to that in the preview. But that's my video for today. I'm going to hit you with more videos later on in the week. But they really thought Lil Ghost was about to snitch. Come on now. You got to do better than that. You know Lil Ghost not about to rat, man. He's about to be I like Tasha say, you could be the biggest drug dealer in New York. When she said that to James St. Patrick. But the same thing is gonna come to fruition for her son. Also a nice scene, Kane actually met with Tariq and they talked it out. Like I said before, they're gonna be working together. We knew that before. They're going to be working together. So we're going to see what happens because they can't get any more work from Mecca, which another thing I did not understand. Why didn't Kane just say, hey, Mecca, I need a little something on the side for my side little hustle? Mecca would have gave it to him. But we don't know. We shall see, man. With that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. That was my highlights for episode 7. Episode was fire. Go ahead and lock in, y'all. I'm almost to 600 subscribers, man. I need like 5 more subscribers. Go ahead and lock in with your boy, man. You will not be disappointed. Every week I come with heat. I come with the realness. None of that fake stuff over here. None of that fake stuff over here on this channel. I come with the real every week. Show love. Y'all show love. It's a blessing. Go ahead and lock in to the real. You already know the deal. Like and subscribe. You know the vibe, man. And I'm going to leave it at that. Peace.